Hi, my name is Clark, and I'll be talking about mis-end scenes when it comes to movies. Now, movies or plays in general. So with mis-end scenes, it's about the stage of where the scenes are made, using the props, the makeup, and everything else that comes with it. And you get to see how certain things are being used to be able to have it where the people within within the movie scene, able to make it much more broader in the sense of that when it's when it's time for a certain scene to pop up, you see a lot of the lighting and the editing, especially in certain movies, when it comes to you trying to make it seem as if not everything is as perfect as it is, but it makes the scene a lot better when you add in the props and editing and lighting, especially when the lighting is bright enough where you can see the actors and see their movements and see how they're interacting with each other. And you also get to see how it's differently affecting not only just the movie itself, but also it's affecting the nature of Miss N scenes itself. And in this movie, Remember the Titans, we expressly get to see that when we watch the clip right here. So when we watch this clip from Remember the Titans, when you watch the movie, we explicitly see that you can explicitly see that as the lighting projects during the nighttime, you get to see a lot of the characters have to interact with what's going on, and you see how the framing, the editing back and forth between not only them, but also what's going on as well. And you see how there's a pause that brings all the lighting and the sound together, especially when I bring up the volume right now. So there's a lot to go around with the Titans, especially with the pauses when you get the actors and you see the lighting. You get to see a lot of where the stage is. You get to see the full screen of what we're looking at, and you also get to see how certain things are when it comes to this particular part. And you see how right now, see now the coach is bringing everybody, and you see all the costumes with the football jerseys, and you also get to see the helmets as well depicted within this time frame, which is around the 19, I say 40s, 50s, based on where this movie is set in, because it was around um the era of schools being integrated, and you get to see how the lighting and everything brings in the atmosphere and suspensefulness of what the coach is trying to bring. And you also get to see here how the costumes right here, they show that when it comes to the actors themselves, you also get to see how the jerseys, they look all muddy and everything. That shows that like the props they've been used for their intended purpose. You also get to see how when the players are looking at each other, you see how the lights are dimming a little bit within the scene itself. So you also get to see how this in particular is affecting not only just the actors but also the people within the movie. And as we see, as the coach is explaining to them what's going on, you get to see how it makes the mission seems much more valuable in itself. And you see how right here, where it just fades into this black right here, you also get to see how on the narration of it, how when the characters want to narrate what's going on, the lighting changes to make it feel much more suspenseful in of itself. So you get to see how it is. And then when you see this right here, you also um see how right here, the lighting right here is much brighter, and you see as the players are running towards this guy right here, you also get to see how they're interacting with each other, and you also get to see how it's very important for the scene right here to exemplify what's going on and what needs to be done. And as we keep going through the scene, see the editing, you get to see how the lighting looks. You get to see how everything is forming in of itself. And you see the frame by frame change with the settings. So you get to see how when the players using the costumes and props are able to interact with each other, you get to see that more often within the movie itself. And then you get to see where, as you're looking at it, that the players themselves, you get to see that that now there's a little bit of a pause with the changing of the settings. So there's a lot to do with the missing scenes, especially since has a lot to do with how the players or people are able to see certain things. So with that, you see that missing scenes is very important in scenes, especially in Remember the Titans, because it brings out the suspensefulness within the project itself. So it can be used, but it can also be used in different other movies, not just Remember Titans, but also to Moonlight as well. So that's all I have to really say on missing scenes. Then, so what I don't know.